Welcome back everybody. Hope you all had a nice Christmas. Thanks for dropping by, and I just wanted to share the few pickups I've had arrive since sort of just before Christmas and today, and also share what Santa emptied out on my floor out of his sack. So without further ado, we'll crack on with the regular pickups, I think. And these, like I say, I bought these just before Christmas, but a bit too late for the last video. So we've got not too many. We've started with a PS1, and we've got a game I used to love back in the day. Not played it for years and years, and saw it really cheap on eBay. I think it was about £3, and I picked up Cool Borders. This is the Japanese version, obviously, but this is the version I had back in the day. I had it Japanese when it came out on import. But I was really kind of curious to see how it had aged, you know, because SSX came out after this and superseded it really. But having played it briefly, I was quite surprised. It's still quite good, so I think I might try and track down the sequels now as well. So really chuffed to get that one back. Anybody else got thoughts on Cool Borders? So then another one. No, this is one I'd not seen before, and I just happened to be watching a random video, and it cropped up, and I thought, oh, that's one I've never seen before. This is for PC Engine, and I've picked up F1 Pilot. Unfortunately, there is a crack on the box, but aside from that, it's really nice actually. The sticker's, you know, really nice condition, and it's even got English writing down the side, which is really unusual for a PC Engine. They're normally always Japanese writing. But I picked this up, and it's in nice nick with the sleeve as well. I picked this up purely because I'm a big racing fan, obviously, but the majority of the F1 games on the PC Engine tend to be overhead, which, you know, I kind of like, but they all suffer the same problem for me, in the fact that the car sits too close to the top of the screen, and so you end up crashing because you can't see what's coming fast enough. So, you know, you're always off the track basically. So although I like them to look at, I'm not keen on them to play. But I bought this one because it was a behind the car sort of Super Monaco GP viewpoint, which, aside from Final Lap Twin, I think there aren't many on the PC Engine. I have got Final Lap Twin, but I thought this looked interesting, so I picked it up. However, I'm trying it. It's not great to play. It does look alright, but it's not brilliant. It's alright, you know, it's maybe a 5 out of 10, I'd say. But it is kind of like Super Monaco GP. It just, I don't know, just something missing. The control's not great, and I don't know, it's okay. Right, then we're back onto Master System goodness. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did order one of these off CEX, which I showed in the roulette video, and it turned out to be a turd. So I took that back. But then I managed to come by this on eBay, and it looked in real nice nick. So I jumped on it, and we picked up Running Battle. Now this one's really quite nice. Got the hang tab, got the manual, tiny bit of just a tiny bit of damage on the top of the label, but generally speaking, really good, nice box. Now, I've played a bit of this. I do think this is quite a good game myself. Surprised it's not worth more than it is, frankly, because I really do quite like this game. Bit of a cracker, if you ask me, on the old Master System, and then I did quite well actually. Last week I picked up Dick Tracy again with the hang tab. Even got the sticker on the side of that one. Nice condition. Now this is nowhere near as good as the Mega Drive version, but pleased to have it in such a nice nick. And it's real nice cover art on that. I really like that. And then again, clearly not as good as the Mega Drive, but I've got a bit of a soft spot for Altered Beast. And again, this is in really nice condition. And I think I bought these were a lot, I think. Altered Beast and Dick Tracy. I bought them off the same person. And I've got a feeling it was about 15 quid for the two, which I thought was a bargain in this kind of condition. Rise from your grave! Oh, something about Altered Beast. Fantastic game. And then the last Master System pickup. Now this is an absolute classic on the Mega Drive, in my opinion. And so I was quite keen to see what it was like on the Master System, because I'd read recently it was a totally different game, and saw this one again. It's in real nice condition, so I picked up a Laddie. Or did I show this in the last video? Maybe I did, I don't know. If I did, it don't matter. Yeah, because I remember, I'm sure this was the one, this needs an iron. Because I remember mentioning I needed to borrow Tootie's iron. Unless that's another one. I can't remember. Anyway, a Laddie. Played it now anyway. And this is a cracking game. Nothing like the Mega Drive, but great in its own right. Stellar title on the Master System. And then, the last pickup of my own, I was just randomly searching eBay as you do. And I've been really kind of getting into arcade sticks lately, and so I've been trying to pick up one for sort of each system that might be of use to me, and came across this. For the SNES, obviously. Now, I've had some of these ASCII controllers in the past, and I've always found them to be really good. And this was going really cheap, boxed obviously, and I think it was 15 quid. What an absolute steal. Brilliant controller. So absolutely chuffed a bit with that. Works fantastic. Don't matter that it's Japanese, it works on anything. At least I think it does. I haven't tried it on a PAL console, but it should be fine. The controllers work. But yeah, so I'm chuffed with that. I'm trying to get a NES one. I want a NES Advantage now. Knowing it's in the box, that's the only downside, but controller's really good nick. Actually, here we go. Tiny bit of corrosion on the bottom, but absolutely brilliant controller. If you've never had an ASCII controller before, I really recommend them. Top quality stuff. Right, so now we're talking about what Santa unloaded from his sack, and I was really hopeful of something in particular, and thankfully I wasn't let down. And as you might have guessed from the background, absolutely chuffed to get one of these. Now I'm a big fan of the handheld, which I'd had the previous Christmas. But with the Wii U Collection, I'd never a lot of the games I hadn't bought yet, because I was concentrating on the Wii U stuff. So again, this a reason I didn't buy this when it came out, although it's only been a few weeks. So absolutely chuffed to get that, and as you can see, running on the TV. And so in addition to that, I was also lucky enough to get a few games, and as I say, I really want to collect all these going forward this next year. I think there's 26 altogether there now, isn't there? And I think currently I've got 12, or I think I've got 12 now. So I'm not quite halfway, but as I say, they're such brilliant prices. I'm going to be picking these up early in the new year, all being well. But we also managed to get the Lynx Collection 2. I think these are great because I've had a couple of Lynxes in the past, a 1 and a 2. I'm a great little console, but I'm not that crazy on handheld gaming, really, especially old sort of retro handheld. Especially the colour screen ones. I mean, I don't mind playing an original DMG Game Boy, but the Game Gear and the Lynx and the Game Boy Colour, I find it hard work. So being able to play Lynx games on a cracking screen like the Evercade, and now particularly on the home console, absolutely brilliant, because there are some great games on the Lynx. My particular favourites on this one, Chips Challenge and Checkered Flag. So then we also got Namco 2. Now this is brilliant because it's got Splatterhouse 2 and 3 on, but it's got some other classics as well. Phelios and Burning Force I really like as well. Burning Force is a Space Harrier rip-off. So fantastic. Just a shame it doesn't work on the VS. Licensing issues apparently. That I was particularly glad I got this one, because I'd read somewhere they've lost the Namco license from next year, which is why it don't work on the VS. So that, who knows, that might go up stupidly expensive in the future. So I was chuffed to get. I've got both the Namco ones now, and then I've got the Worms Collection. I was pleased with this one because Worms is a game I've never played, so I'm curious to try that, to see kind of what the fuss is about, really. Then we've got the Jalico Collection 1. I've only put this in briefly. There's a couple of decent fighters on there, Brawl Brothers and Rival Turf, which I think are both SNES games. And there's Operation Logic Bomb, which is a SNES game as well, which looks the most interesting. Kind of I wouldn't say it's a dungeon crawler, but it's that kind of game. There's an EDF, a shooter as well. That's an old SNES shooter. So, yeah, you can't go wrong. They're just so cheap. It's such an amazing console. 15 quid for a bunch of game, maybe £1 or £2 a game. How can you go wrong? It's an amazing console. Absolutely love it to bits. And now I've got it on the VS. It's just, honestly, this has got to be the best retro games console you can buy, especially value for money wise. It's amazing. So yeah, this is Technos Collection 1, and we've got Double Dragon 1 and 2 off the NES, and River City Ransom, which is another beat 'em up off the NES. We've got Renegade, which is the NES version, and I'm not a big fan. It's one of my favourite games on the Spectrum, but I don't rate the NES version, which is what's on here. And then you've got Super Double Dragon off the SNES, which I think is probably the best one on this collection. But you can't go wrong. And then now I was really chuffed with this one. This, for me, is possibly the best cartridge, but it's up there anyway. And we've got Intellivision 1. Now, there's more or less every game on here is good. If you've never had an Intellivision, it's a nice little console. I did have one, but I've recently sold it. It used to be down there, you probably might have noticed it. But knowing that this was coming on the Evercade, I decided to get rid of my console. Because most of the games I'd got was on this Collection. But Astro Smash on here is an epic game. Absolutely amazing. Cannot stress how good Astro Smash is. But there's also a hidden gem on here called Princess Quest, which I think is a sort of a homebrew aftermarket. It's only a few years old, but it's kind of like Ghouls and Ghosts, a very simplistic version. But it's a cracking game on here. I was blown away by it. So that, if you haven't got that for your arcade, that is a must buy in my opinion. And then we've got the two that came in the starter pack. We've got the two arcade carts. We've got Technos one. Now these are the ones I was really excited about to get the arcade carts, because 80s arcade games for me are just the absolute pinnacle. So I'm really chuffed going forward to get more of these, all being well. And again, everyone on here is really good. Blockout, I'm really enjoying that. And what was the other one? I was Combat Tribes. That was an interesting beat 'em up. And then we got Double Dragon 2 and 3, which I'm not a big Double Dragon fan really. But the absolute killer title on here is this one, Minky Monkey. What an oh, it's amazing. I've never even heard of it before. Never mind played it. But yeah, it's a wicked single screen arcader from early 80s. It reminds me of Donkey Kong a bit, Donkey Kong Jr. Oh, it's mega. Honestly, that's on Technos 1. And then the last one, we've got the Data East Arcade one. And this one, again, got some absolute classics. Burger Time, you can't go wrong with her. Breakthrough surprised me. That's kind of a weird driving come shooter style game. Tumble Pop, absolutely cracking bubble bobble style game. Sly Spy, brilliant, sort of side on run and gun, really cracking game. Bad Dudes v Dragon Ninja, honestly. And then there was Wizard Fire and Gate of Doom, which was kind of a dungeon crawler. Well, both of them, one was a sequel I think, it looks like it was anyway. But immense, absolutely brilliant games. I've ordered the second two arcade carts, but they haven't come yet. So I can't wait to get hold of those. Those first two, absolutely amazing. Honestly, if you haven't got one of these, you've got to get one. If you're into your retro gaming, this is a must buy. You can't spend a better 100 quid than picking up one of these. Absolutely immense console. And then aside from that, then we're on to the last couple of things. Got this rather wicked notebook. I don't know if you can tell it. It's a lenticular cover. If you can tell there, maybe you can. Oh, it's so cool. Absolutely love it. So cool. I think you can tell the depth there. Oh, it's brilliant. And then, oh, this hat's, funky hat's new. Anybody liking the hat? And then the final thing, which I did put on my list, but I completely forgot about it. I picked up this HDMI adapter for the Dreamcast. So this was the final thing Santa left for me, and it just enables you to play your Dreamcast through a HDMI lead, but you get the adapter to plug into the back of your Dreamcast that goes to this sort of conversion box, and they also give you the HDMI lead as well to bang it straight in your modern flat screen TV, which is what you can see here. So I'm now able to connect my Dreamcast through HDMI to a flat screen TV, which apparently, according to the blurb on here, gives you a full 480p picture, which is the highest resolution the Dreamcast can do apparently. So absolutely chuffed with that, brilliant. So you can now play your Dreamcast on anything basically, and as you can see, the picture's really good, and it works also on NTSC and PAL consoles. So if you've got a Dreamcast, and you didn't know they were available, maybe you want to pick one up. I think they're around the £30 mark on eBay. So yeah, seems like a win-win to me for that one. And that's it, guys and girls. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. Hope you all got lots of nice goodies. Been enjoying seeing some of the videos that few people have put up so far, and so I just thought I'd throw my 2 pence in for all the goodies I've received. But I hope you all have a great new year. Thanks for watching, and see you next year.